we play Fortnite. It's a nice game, so let us talk about the basics, for example. So first of all, what you need to do is try to wait for to find a server, which would take like time about probably if it depends on your network connection. If it's like a very medium or it's okay, it's probably take about 2 or 1 minute. If it's like very high, probably it'll take 1 minute. So it's better to wait for some time. So now this is the loading screen. You don't really need to do anything, so you could do like whatever you want. So I'm trying to see now you could see that basically you could select your own loading screen. So basically it is we'll show you that later in this video. So please be waiting. Please wait for some time because like the connection speed will be kind of the connection speed will be of will be kind of a nice it depends on like your internet connection again because like you can't really do anything kind of good with the like if you have poor internet connection, so you need to be very careful of that. So what you need so basically you can just wait, you can do whatever you want. So this is the so sometimes there's a bus that will give you to the, or sometimes now the new recent update you could just like there's a bus or you could do surfing as seeing gear. So you could just like so if you're in the surfing you could plan your location. Like for example, I'll probably select Riptide Tides. I mean I would now normally if you want to get like a good advantage, if you want to get a good advantage, you'd probably for like surfing you could like try. But like I would say that if you just do it like you try to reach the land, that's the most mistake. That's like the most like the first mistake you can do like when you're playing in a surf because like you try to reach the land and no well but like you could but I would recommend like doing it a little bit easier and being more specific and being near to the coastline because well as because like you get a lot of loot so okay. So if you land, okay. So landing here is that your first thing you need to do is probably find consumables like for example, you could find weapons. There's two ways to do this. So like first I would recommend in this type of situation like if you're like in a high density area, you could just wait here. So anyways, first you can get your shield potion. Normally this gives you a little resistance to hits, like with weapons and everything. Next, these are like chests. Normally, this is the first place you're gonna find some weapons or two. Okay. Once you have full shields, you got like double the health you have, so it is very important to like you can just take some hits before like get losing health. So there is like next is like probably the best thing you need to do is find more weapons. You can't have one weapon. I would recommend like two or three. I wouldn't recommend two of the same kind, however. So these are the rare chests. Normally if you find them, it's a good idea to like get some stuff normally. So I would recommend like this is the cashier. You get like gold. You could trade it in when you're playing because I don't know. Like you could probably hire people like to fight for yourself or your cause. Like mercenaries. You could hire mercenaries. Like it's like they fight. There's like characters and everything, so you don't really need them. But if you want to like save gold and you don't really need gold that much. So yeah. So next is you need to next I think you go once you got My optimal loadout is 2 shotguns, one Deadeye assault rifle, and probably a SMG, which I got. This is the optimal loadout. As you see in the top right corner, these are like the weapons you have now. So if you want to aim, you could press L2 if you're in PlayStation, or yeah, you can aim if you want, or you can shoot if you can, like if you're like in combat. Which brings us to combat now. Normally, so once you hear there's like firing over there, like if you hear like any like gunshots or anything, yeah, that's normally where you can find hear like players fighting each other, which I would recommend. So first, you need to be like sure where is the target, like you know, the people. This is a multiplayer game, so you don't really. So it's like real people, not like bots. So it's you have to be very careful here normally. So you can't do like everything here. So I'm trying to see if there's people. So yeah, just wander around. You don't really you could plan your destination, but I don't recommend it because like it takes too much time. Anyways, I find something. Okay, so there. Okay, so that we marked. Now this is a very big like this is the build mode. No, I wouldn't recommend. So this is the build mode. At the top right corner, if you can use shotgun for close warfare. This is for long warfare. So like if you're like nearby anywhere. Okay, so it's okay if you like in the first try you get like killed because like you don't understand like combat. It takes time to like be a little bit there thing. Okay, so if you hear like people footsteps or something, that's actually people. So you don't really you need to. Oh, well, it depends. Like the combat system is kind of hard to do. So if it's like more experienced players, you have to like. You said that this is the right. I didn't use consumables because I forgot the stuff. So it's okay at first try, or like well any match at all. So you don't really need it. But so basically, I think what you need to do next is like if you first, tried to show you the first skill, but yeah, unexpected things happen sometimes. So, anyways, that is like you can't like expect a kill first time. So like you have to actually like I think the reason that we probably didn't like did the stuff, did like, kill the enemy. It is again. I said it was a multiplayer, so it depends on your skill. If like, but like for beginners, it's probably very hard to do it. So you don't really need that much. You don't really need that much of a thing to do. So basically, you don't really need that much effort to like do it. But I think if it's a beginner or like if it's someone is like and not playing that much, like AFK. So yeah, but like if it's someone is actively during combat, the thing is you have to use consumables to like deter effects. So like deter hits or everything. So I didn't tell you guys that because well, I was trying to do the I forgot that we had consumables. If you don't have consumables, it's okay. So that's also like two ways you can do that. So anyways, you can just do anything here. Like you just don't really need to like you don't really need to like do stuff, like trying to like just go in a hot zone where every player is like or like most players are. So it's better to just stay away a little bit because you don't really need to go in a hot zone where everyone's trying to have combat and everything. I would recommend probably getting out, like I'd recommend like just being outside a little bit, where secluded a little bit, so that like if you're in a hot zone, it's okay. If you want like maximum kills, it is okay. But I wouldn't recommend that first try. So yeah, and Oh, so basically, as I said, I probably, so basically, there are four types of weapons. The SMG, which you get SMG is like very kind of I would recommend as like a mid range weapon. The assault rifle is for like I think long or like close because it's multi-use. So next, what you can find. So basically, what you can do is that you can like gather loot a little bit more often because well I would recommend that because okay, so I'm gonna try to get some. I'm trying to. So Deadeye, I mean the assault rifle is for like if you want to like you have to. Normally, I would recommend if you're in combat that you use combat with another player or PvP if you're in like it's player versus player. So like if you're like against a player or two, well, there isn't really much you can do. So if you're like there's nothing much you can do first try because like you can't understand the controls. It's different for every console, so I can recommend like you can just use different stuff like you have to read the settings and everything. Anyways, we're these are so basically I'll show you how you can gather. So basically this is the basically, normally I would try to find a shotgun because, well, if you don't know it, like in this game, you will probably get 100 like full health or probably half health at best. So, well, half health, I think so now, because like there is like something that it's kind of hard to like get first try. So, okay, anyways, there's also the first try, like, there's anyways, coming back, I'm sorry guys, I bored you all with some talk, but I'm trying to see, like, something. Hold on. Yeah, wait. So basically, I'm gonna try to snipe people. But it's like kind of hard to do it. Okay, so I see that there are people, so like I think it's first you need to try to get with them because but I wouldn't recommend this if you have no weapons, like only the pickaxe. Which comes to the pickaxe, it is actually kind of it's you can use it for melee or like basically gathering materials for builds, which I'll go later on because it's a little complicated than like it can explain. So like I know that it's kind of hard. First, you need to like understand combat a little bit because like if you don't know about combat, it's like kind of like a little bit of a stretch if you like can try. I mean, well, and first when I was like a beginner, I didn't understand like how stuff like Oh, anyways, I didn't understand like combat or like how to like move and everything. Again, I remind you that like it's different for every console, even if it's PC though. Like, yeah, it's kind of also hard. Like, you can't have to learn. But I don't like. But like, it is better to like learn a little bit from other players, like from spectating. So yeah. Anyways, coming back to like another point I said is like you can't find players that much because like most of them are anyways this is a good example for combat. So hold on guys, I might have to be a little silent. Okay, oh sorry that's oh so your first kill, you need to probably, I'd recommend doing it like a little bit on the head, but since I have an arc lighting gun, which is like the overpowered weapon, so it's like overpowered, so like you can just like do it. If you have better aim, yeah, it takes 11 damage, so it's not like, anyways, coming back to another thing is that you need to be very careful around here. Because like anywhere you go, if you like see if you're like only person, well, only person that you're like here, like you're only person here, then it's better to gather loot and everything. Corn, get it? But anyways, I'm trying to see that like it is kind of hard to do a good thing, like it's hard to like get a kill or like get players, but if you find one, you don't have to you need to like be prepared for combat. I would recommend that, because if instead of you're just reloading and every like you're just you're just like there, well, I wouldn't get that, like you wouldn't uh, I wouldn't get that, like how things are, like how you can survive, because like remember, sure, you have to do something if you want to like defend. It's better to like use you can use like a good idea, like you could use defense, like trying to get consumables. If you want to go on the offense, then you must I would recommend that you go on the offense if you're like have better weapons. If you like, for example, you have all the loadout or like something like that. So yeah, sometimes it is kind of hard to be like a little, it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to like try, just because like you're just playing here, you just don't understand everything. Like I know that like sometimes that like it is kind of hard because like you don't understand everything. So yeah. So coming back to another point is that you need to be very careful here, because remember, I would admit that although it seems kind of easy to just you know okay, we're in a conflict zone. This is the most important thing. You need to be this is a hot zone normally, I would say. Where the hell's this fucking guys? Actually, I need. Where the hell is that damn trick of truth? I'm literally nearby here. It's okay. You just. God damn it. Okay. You know what to do. Okay. Trying to. No, many people. So you have to be very careful here. So I would recommend that. You don't. Okay. I think I found someone. Someone's swimming here. I think. Okay. This is a nice, to be honest, if you have arc lighting gun, you're set. Like, you can probably go in the tens. Go, go, go. Okay, you need to retreat. So basically, sometimes if you're like in a hot position, you need to. Okay, just go. If you don't know where the gunfire is, just run. Wait, oh, I know where it is. You fool. You thought like I could just, I don't know why the heck he's retreating. He's like, oh no, he's fine. Anyways, you need to be very careful like around hot zones. Okay, so no. Oh, I got respawned. Jesus Christ, this is the most luckiest thing. So basically, it is. What? Relocating? I'm gonna go near the place. God damn it. So, okay, where's that goddamn place again? Yeah, it's over there. Thank you. Thank you for giving a second chance or something like that. But anyways, sometimes these stuff can happen, so you need to be very careful on here. Okay, we got a rare dead eye. I'm just probably just gonna the second chance. So like sometimes rare. I think you can if you try to like if you get some tokens or something. Tactical seal potion. Okay. Okay, it's better to get a car. Remember, because like it is kind of hard to be like it's kind of hard to like become. You can't just get the victory royale. It'll take many tries to be honest. Like I would admit that although it looks like easy, I would recommend I would recommend that you just try not to be on the wrong side. What? Anyways, just you don't really need. Oh Lord, there's somebody here. Okay. Thank God. Forcer AR. Yeah. So if you just get a little bit here and there, I'm gonna probably just go. You know, probably need to just. I love these buffs. But anyways, I'm trying to get my stuff back, so it is very important. I recommend that like you just speak, just leave. Oh come on. Oh. So there you get it. So basically, what you need to do is like, if you want to outlast people, you can just try to actually become try to become like try to like get loot first. So in short, basically so basically you just try to like do very good. You basically just get loot first. Like I would recommend getting two shotguns or two SMGs and one I would say and also AR, but like yeah. Anyways, it's been good to play a little bit and to share some good stuff. So, have a good day, guys. I'll meet you tomorrow.